First, I'd like to say thank you very much for your body of work, both the graphic stuff as well as the novels. They're great. And, I don't usually say that to people, so thank you very much. But my question to you is, as somebody old enough to remember the spinner racks and loving that experience from being 7 years old, a lot of your work is on smaller press.
Yeah.
How would we go about getting that again? I mean, the business model. Do you have an answer?
Well, it's funny too, because I can sit here and I can bitch and moan about the fact that you need a spinner rack and so on, except 90%, well, maybe 75% of my work I wouldn't put in front of a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
So, I'm part of the problem.
Clean up your act, Rucka. Come on.
I mean, Michael Chabon gave, I think it was 2-3 years ago at the Eisners, gave the keynote, and, was talking about how he needs a Captain Marvel comic he can give to his kids. He's right. The flip side is, as Jeff Johns is fond, because I remember during 52, I was like, what is it with you and decapitations? And he looked at me and he said, I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, dude. And I was like, that is the difference. I mean, that is the difference in our ages. And that's not significant. I'm 40 now. And I've just strayed way off the... I'm trying to remember. What was the question?
Did I have one?
Spinner rack. Yes, good.
Spinner racks. We're in retail, and records. We go to these games. We're trying to get comics into the company we work for,
Yeah.
and the business model is such that it's really against you if you don't want to put a too large investment into the field. So do you have not an answer, but an idea of how to combat that for the little guy to take that chance?
God, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like you've got a whole bunch of different stuff that you're dealing with. I will say that in my experience, the best, you've got to have what's your clientele? What's your demographic? If you're going to have kids coming in, make sure there's a kid's rack where you can find it. There's not a ghetto. I now make a personal witness. I mean, when I walk into a comic book store, if I see kid stuff shelved where it can be found, I mean, like near the entrance, the store goes up in my estimation. Right? And it does almost immediately. That ability to grab kids is crucial.
Just to let you know, they dealt with me dying and Rebecca. I'm not bagging on them, but we tried to get graphics in a couple of years ago, graphic novel collections, and the rep sent us, I'm sorry to take everybody's time, sent us a selection of their best sellers, and it was all over the spectrum, from Hell to Green Lantern to books, for little kids, and there was no way to have those in one area. What you're talking about, you don't want the small child exposed to some of that stuff.
No, Diamond doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. And the people we work for we're it for comic fans in the company probably. So, I thank you so much for your time. I just wondered if you had an answer.
I wish I did.